Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is St. Patrick's Day, March the 17th, 2019. Strong hand, offended by selling. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. Unconfiscatable. Personal responsibility is a new counterculture. Remember, people, this show is now in podcast form, like on 6 different podcast locations, like Google, Overcast, Breaker, a bunch of them. They're all linked to below. Check out all the links below. Everything I talk about in this video is linked to below. Let's start out with a tweet. You can follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, TechBalt, by the way. This tweet is from Matt, I don't know his name, but it's linked to below. The first 10 years of Bitcoin was just the system booting up. Yeah, that one put a smile on my face. I like that a lot. First 10 years, just the system booting up. You ain't seen nothing yet, boys. Okay, let's talk about altcoin gamblers. Oh, this tweet just reminded me of that kind of person and how you don't want to be this dude. He said, his name is Chris BTC, ironically enough. To be honest, I've constantly lost money every week since April. I gambled all my money, all the money I made from early Bitcoin investor just to lose it all on Be Private. So yeah, I'm pretty annoyed they lost in exchange. Okay, dude, you gambled all of your Bitcoin on Be Private? Who the heck told you to do that? And it's just a reminder that there are people out there, they invested in Bitcoin early, they value their wealth in fiat. They're like, oh, now my Bitcoin, I've got $100,000 worth of Bitcoin. Let me now use that $100,000 to go into the next Bitcoin, whatever, and just fill in the blank with like popular altcoin flavor of the month at that time. They turn their precious Bitcoin into that altcoin, and then they get destroyed when it goes down in value in fiat and when it goes down in value in terms of Bitcoin. And they should be valuing their wealth in Bitcoin. This is a real life example. The guy admitting he turned his Bitcoin into an altcoin. Unbelievable. I mean, people, you don't get into Bitcoin so you can turn it into an altcoin. You stick with it. You're a long-term thinker. It's amazing that guys who got in early then thought they were going to get in early on something else. And sure, I'm sure there are some dudes that did great doing that technique, but most people got wrecked like this guy. Don't complicate matters. Keep it simple. It is gambling. This shows you that is a straight up gamble right there. What that guy did. Yeah, I'll take all this and turn it into some altcoin. All right. So yeah, I'm behind on emails, people. I'll get back to some of you guys soon. A friend of mine from Colorado emailed me. That's awesome. I hadn't heard from him for a while. By the way, check out This Week in Bitcoin. The show was awesome. All-star cast. Marty Bent, Vortex, and JW Weatherman were on. It is linked to below. Disruptmeister.com, TechBalt.com, TechBalt.com, and of course, yesterday's show, the Beyond Bitcoin show was great. And yeah, man, we're doing late night shows now. I know you're all asleep on the East Coast, but here on the West Coast, I'm in Los Angeles for the next 10 days or so. You're probably asleep now. It's 10:56 at night in Los Angeles. But hey, I got to do a new show every single day. If you're not up, you're not up. You're watching this taped. Maybe you're listening to the podcast version. All right, dudes, pound that like button. And I meant to mention this the other day, but I got an email from Coinbase, and I linked to a tweet that kind of describes what the Coinbase email was like. But in the email, there's a button that says convert. like you click on convert. It wants you to do what that dude did above and convert your Bitcoin into some altcoin. Oh my God. So the bad behavior that I was just like knocking above, Coinbase is encouraging. They've called it converting. Convert. Oh God. And here, I'm going to read you what it says in the email. Curious about other cryptocurrencies? Convert any portion of your Bitcoin into other crypto in just a couple clicks. Convert Bitcoin into any of these popular assets easily, securely, and instantly. Convert any portion of your Bitcoin balance. Again, why are you keeping your Bitcoin there anyway? Into, obviously, you're going to fall for this. If you're keeping your Bitcoin on Coinbase, you're probably, why not? Oh, like, since it's there, let me convert it. And here, and they say into other cryptos. XRP is built for enterprise use. Oh my God. So it in this email, it explains what each one is supposedly good for. XRP, which is Ripple, is good for enterprise use. Bcash seeks to add more transaction capacity to the network. Oh my God. And I'm just summarizing this. Litecoin is a cryptocurrency that uses a faster payment confirmation schedule. Oh my God. Ethereum is a cryptocurrency and a decentralized computing platform. Ethereum Classic is a cryptocurrency with a special focus on immutability. Man, they've got some marketing guys there. They know how to spin these coins to make them look like they're something. Dude, let me spin on this, dudes. Bitcoin is the rock. Spin the rock. And then they talk about you don't need these gains here. ZRX is a token built on Ethereum that interacts with the ZeroX protocol. Today, ZeroX is used to pay fees on the ZeroX. Okay, dude, I don't know what they're talking about there, but it makes it seem like you're getting into something real special by converting. And just want to tell you, that's what Coinbase is into. That's what they're into. Hey, and let them go in that direction, because guess what? Everything that I just ripped on, the 80%ers, the short-term thinkers, they're going to fall for it. Because if there's a guy turning all of his Bitcoin into be private, which he should have gotten for free, for God's sakes. There are people that turn their precious Bitcoin into things they get for free. Then obviously there'll be people who turn their precious Bitcoin into whatever Coinbase tells them to convert into. Pound that like button. Don't convert. Be like the Jews. Don't convert. Oh, that was pretty good. All right. So this Fox News has done what I predicted news outlets would do. And it just shows you how these huge corporate news outlets that can't do research. The suspect wrote in his 74-page manifesto that he paid for his travels using money from Bitcoin investments. No, he didn't say that. He said he made money on BitConnect, and he used the BitConnect money to travel all around. We're talking about the guy who committed the atrocity in New Zealand here. And I predicted that since he mentioned BitConnect in his manifesto, that they would somehow try to intertwine Bitcoin into this. And so the media people have tried to simplify it. They don't understand cryptocurrency at all. So and again, Bitcoin takes the hit. When things go bad with a certain cryptocurrency, Bitcoin's going to take the brunt of it. And that's just the way of Bitcoin. You got to get used to it. People don't, and it just also shows you that people don't get that some people just don't get it. They don't know cryptocurrency. They think all cryptocurrency is Bitcoin. So they hear about something called BitConnect. Well, that's just another form of Bitcoin. I'll say it's Bitcoin. Again, who knows what the next thing is going to be with this situation. I hope there are no articles that say, let's blame this on Bitcoin. If only crazy people weren't allowed to get Bitcoin, then these type of things wouldn't happen. Hey, nothing shocks me anymore when it comes to the mainstream media. To confuse BitConnect and Bitcoin is just, it's pathetic. But what are they going to do? I mean, we got to, again, Bitcoin, since it is the rock, since it is number one, it's going to take the hit on things like this, because people don't know what cryptocurrency is at all. They think it's all Bitcoin, which in some ways can be a positive also. So Cryptopia has sent out, and we have a guy in the chat right now from New Zealand, since people in New Zealand are actually awake. This is convenient for people in New Zealand. and for people in Los Angeles and Seattle who are still awake, and people in Hawaii. So let's see, Cryptopia, and I linked to Cryptopia's update below. And so this kind of previews where they're going here. So Cryptopia, which is also located in Christchurch, New Zealand, unbelievably enough, where that horrible thing took place, they are located there. But they had a hack, and they say in this email that no, it was not an this is not an exit scam they're pulling. We will be sending out an email to all impacted customers over the next day. A copy of this email can be found here. Here's the email. There will be, or part of the email, there will be a rebate for customers who unfortunately lost funds. We are working, so again, everything that's been said so far is saying that if you had a coin there that was not hacked into, it seems like you're going to get everything back. But if you had a coin laying on there and you shouldn't have had anything there, for God's sakes, that got hacked, then you're going to have to deal with this process here. There will be a rebate for customers who unfortunately lost funds. We are working through the logistics of this to ensure it is equitable and in compliance with local laws. If you held balances in coins that were lost in the event, you will start to see withdrawals on your account for those coins. The transaction IDs for the withdrawals will not exist on the network, but will detail how the coin was impacted in the event. For each withdrawal, you will also see a subsequent deposit of Cryptopia loss marker, CLM. The transaction ID for this will also not exist on a network, but will detail the coin it represents a loss for. CLM is not a coin. It can't be traded as yet. It is just a number in the database that represents the loss of each coin for each user in New Zealand dollars at the time of the event. There are still steps to take to ensure we are taking a legal path toward reimbursement. So again, it looks like if you were I don't think they actually lost Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin was hacked. So if you were foolishly keeping Bitcoin there, it doesn't look like you're going to have to deal with their CLM token that is going to reimburse you or rebate you or whatever they want to call it. But if you were storing something there that was hacked, stolen, you're going to have to deal with the CLM thing. At the same time, again, I'll give these guys credit. They're not exit scamming. They're not shutting down. They're trying to just move on with this. And a lot of people are going to like this, and they're not going to learn their lesson at all. The real lesson would be if they shut down and nobody got anything back. But that's not going to happen. So there's still going to be people that keep tons of cryptocurrency at Cryptopia and other exchanges, and one of those other exchanges or Cryptopia will be hacked, and you will lose everything eventually. It's Russian roulette. It's gambling. It's altcoin gambling, just like the guy who traded all his Bitcoin for Be Private. It's no different. This is worse, actually, because in theory, that guy who traded all his Bitcoin for Be Private can control this private key. You won't be controlling your private key if you store something at an exchange, and thus you don't actually own your crypto unless you control your private key. So here is a tweet about blockchains, which is kind of funny. It's from Accrual. The only ones improving their lives thanks to blockchains are those selling blockchain projects and courses to convince you that your business needs a blockchain project. Pound that like button, dude. That is great. Yeah, the only ones improving their lives thanks to blockchain are people who are selling blockchains or that are making up these blockchain projects that say that you need them. You don't need a blockchain project. You need Bitcoin, okay? So don't get distracted. Keep your eye on the ball there. But it is, blockchains have improved the lives of people selling blockchain projects because they've made a lot of money off of suckers buying into them. Moving on, what do we got here? Cointigo. Someone sent me over Twitter some Be Private, actually, because I had that Be Private guy on Thursday. A good interview. It shows you the problem with that these exchanges. What was the Hit BTC? You know, really shady stuff going on over at BTC, and that's Thursday's video. You should check that out. But I guess somebody was happy that I talked about the situation, so they sent me Be Private over Twitter using this thing called Cointigo, and I linked to it below. I linked to a bunch of the it says send and receive cryptocurrencies over SMS, no smartphone or internet needed. And so it was sent to me over Twitter, and it worked. I got Be Private. It's fun to play around with. Check it out. I love people experimenting with this. I mean, I don't know if this is going to be the future, but hey, good for these people that want to send Bitcoin this unique way, and maybe it'll get more people into it. I don't know, because again, all you need is a Twitter account, and you can get Bitcoin, and you don't have to give out any personal information. You don't have to sign up through Twitter. It's just play with it. I thank the person who sent me the whatever he sent me 0.1 Be Private. I mean, that's great. That's great. You can send me anything you want to send me, people. Links are below if you want to support the show that way. Again, I suggest everyone just retweet my stuff. That's just as good as sending me cryptos and super chats and all that stuff. Share this stuff on social media. Seriously. Okay, finally, it feels like I skipped something. Probably did. Who knows? This is from Naval. It's old and it's kind of inspirational. I'm going to apply it to Bitcoin. You're not going to get rich renting out your time. You must own equity, a piece of a business, to gain your financial freedom. And again, I preach this for a while. You don't want to work for other people. This is what I say on my Saturday show. Check out the Beyond Bitcoin show on Saturday, by the way. You want to own your own business. You want to be your own boss. That's how you make the most money in life. But how does this apply to Bitcoin, what I just said? You know, I love that those people started their own crypto idea, Cointigo, start your own crypto company. That is great. I think that's awesome, but don't lose sight. All you people creating these crypto companies and people, you want to make sure you own Bitcoin, okay? You can create, but make sure you have the real thing too. For all the other people out there who think it's awesome to invest in crypto companies, make sure you invest in Bitcoin first, okay? Not in lending Bitcoin companies or lending your Bitcoin out, God forbid. Make sure you invest in the real thing. That's how you get wealthy. You own the real thing, equity in the real thing, which is Bitcoin. Again, starting your own businesses based around crypto are great. Make sure you own Bitcoin. Make sure you own the real thing. And all you investors out there, make sure you invest in the real thing first. And that's all I say to invest in. But then there are going to be some of you like, I got to invest in my friend's crypto company. No. Long-term thinking, Bitcoin's going to survive. Most likely your friend's crypto company is not. Pound that like button, bang that bell button, click on all those squares here at the end of the show to see all my recent shows. Check out all the links below. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Subscribe to the channel. Also, check out the links to all the podcasts now and subscribe that way too. I know some of you like that kind of thing. I will say hi to you guys in the chat right now. Notorious BTC.